All right, it is time to do the NFL predictions now for the divisional round of the playoffs. We'll do a recap of the wild card weekend. Going into the weekend, Brady had 162, Ethan had 171, and I had 175. That's where our points were at after the regular season. We start out with the first game, Cleveland at Houston. Ethan and Brady both picked Cleveland to win, and along with most people, I went ahead and went with Houston. The only reason I picked Houston during the upset is because I've watched enough Browns football over the years to know that they're going to Browns it up, and they surely did. You know, it wasn't all Cleveland's fault because Stroud had an amazing game, but Flacco, who had been playing amazing, ended up, laying the goose egg and having a bad game. And, he did good this year, but it happened. So Houston won, so that means I got double points for that. Now, our points for the wild card round are 5 points each. We've been doing 1 point with getting a double if you had an unopposed win. So that means I got 10 points for there. Moving on to the Miami-Kansas City game, Brady trying to get some double points, picking Miami. That didn't happen. Miami usually doesn't win in the cold, and this year they haven't won against a lot of good teams. They've had a few good wins, but Kansas City ends up winning, so Ethan and I get points for that. The Pittsburgh-Buffalo game got moved to Monday due to the weather, but we all picked Buffalo to win, and that's exactly what happened. So we all got points for that. Still not over this one. Green Bay upsetting the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys is our team, and it's not a surprise, though. We all picked Dallas to win. It's a mistake there. Green Bay won, so none of us got points for that. Ethan went with Detroit. I actually went with the Rams, so did Brady. I really thought the Rams were going to win it. They've been playing hot. Now, they only lost by a point, so it could have went either way. Ethan got the double points, though, for picking the Detroit game. And we were all excited about this, even though none of us got points for it. We all picked Philly over Tampa Bay. We're glad Tampa Bay won, though, because none of us like Philly. So that means going into the divisional week, Brady's at 167. He only had one right. And there's where it's going to hurt. 191 for Ethan, 195 for me. So, with that being said, we go on to this week's game, starting with Houston at Baltimore. I went with Houston. Now, I don't bet for money. But if I bet for money, I'd probably go with Baltimore here because Baltimore is outstanding. They're the better team. However, if Stroud plays like he did last week, I think they could win, and I'd like to get the double points for this. So I'm going Houston. Boys both go taking Baltimore. I picked some upsets this week. I really think Houston can win it. I'll be rooting for them, even though Baltimore is Brady's number one team. So, I'll be fine either way. Moving on to the late night game, we all got San Francisco winning. I don't like Green Bay. But I really don't like San Francisco. As a Cowboys fan, I don't like Green Bay, but I hate San Francisco as far as, football-wise, So anyway, we all got San Francisco winning, though. They're really good. They're probably going to win, but I would be excited if Green Bay did pull out the upset. Moving on to the Sunday games, we've got Tampa Bay at Detroit. Detroit, they only beat the Rams by a point. They haven't really won a playoff game for 32 years until last week. I could see them kind of having some Browns, some Browns in them. They're a team that loses a lot, so I'm cool with them winning. But I'm going to go Tampa Bay here, even though I don't think Tampa Bay really will win. But I'm picking Tampa Bay, so we'll see. Maybe I'm picking I'm picking more who I want than who I think. But I'll be happy either way with this game. Ethan and Brady both got Detroit. And then on to the Kansas City game. I'm going Kansas City again. I know they're in Buffalo. Buffalo, 2-3 years ago, Buffalo, they hadn't been for decades. I was like, Buffalo's a fun team. I'm not really a Buffalo guy. Even though I don't like Kansas City, and they've been there so many times, I'll be fine if Buffalo wins. Brady and Ethan both taking Buffalo. I'm going Kansas City, though. They got the experience, and Buffalo usually finds a way to lose. Enjoy divisional weekend. We'll be back next weekend for the conference championship weekend. I believe these picks are for 10 points. We'll see if Brady, I don't know if he can come back now. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.